Official Barcelona and Manchester City have just paralyzed the transfer market with a shocking move that no one saw coming. In a deal that's sending shockwaves across Europe, both clubs are making headlines with what could be a game-changing agreement. The details are still unfolding, but insiders confirm that talks have advanced rapidly, and this is not your average transfer negotiation. Fans from both sides are stunned, and the entire football world is scrambling to figure out what this massive shakeup means. Is it a player swap, a record-breaking fee, or the beginning of a new era for both giants? One thing is clear: football may never be the same after this bombshell. Manchester City have just pulled off one of the most aggressive transfer windows we've seen in recent years, and the timing couldn't be more calculated. As the U.S. Club World Cup window opened up opportunities for global exposure, Pep Guardiola and the City hierarchy went all in, spending a staggering £115 million on 4 new signings and revamping their coaching staff. And while the spotlight shines brightly on City's ambition, another European giant finds itself dealing with financial turbulence. Barcelona, once the symbol of footballing dominance, is now making headlines for all the wrong reasons, losing over £8 million due to a mismanaged transfer clause. These two stories aren't just headlines. They're a reflection of where modern football power truly lies and how the tiniest detail can tip the scales. Let's break this all down, starting with City's jaw-dropping spending spree. Manchester City aren't new to high-profile signings, but this window had a different tone. It wasn't about bringing in 1 or 2 superstars. This was a comprehensive refresh. 4 signings, strategically spread across the pitch and age profiles, with a combined fee pushing over £115 million. And each name? Hand-picked to fit very specific needs in Pep's system. First up is Ryan Cherki from Lyon, who came in for £30.5 million with £5 million in potential add-ons. Cherki isn't your typical plug-and-play transfer. He's a creative midfielder who's been touted for greatness since he broke into Lyon's first team as a teenager. Known for his close control, flair, and ability to unlock defenses, Cherki brings a different flavor to the City midfield. In many ways, he's reminiscent of Riyad Mahrez during his prime, a left-footed maestro who thrives in tight spaces and loves to drift centrally from wide positions. His versatility could make him a wild card for Pep, especially in matches where unlocking a low block becomes critical. But Cherki wasn't the only midfield reinforcement. City also went all out for Tijani Reijnders from AC Milan, spending £46.3 million. Now this is a signing that signals serious intent. Reijnders is a modern midfielder, technically gifted, tactically smart, and physically robust. At Milan, he became known for his press resistance and his ability to transition defense into attack effortlessly. Think of him as a hybrid between Ilkay Gundogan and Rodri, someone who can carry the ball, distribute it with precision, and cover ground. Pep reportedly sees him as a long-term midfield anchor, someone who can slot alongside Rodri or even take over as the lone pivot in years to come. Given how City struggled at times with depth in midfield when injuries struck, Reijnders fills a crucial gap. Then there's the defensive upgrade Rayan Nuri from Wolves. City paid £31.2 million up front with an additional £5.1 million in add-ons, and it's easy to see why. Nuri is one of the most promising young full-backs in the Premier League. Quick, intelligent, and excellent in one-on-one situations, he brings dynamism to the left flank. For a team that's often rotated fullbacks into inverted roles or midfield setups, Nuri adds natural width and can bomb forward to support the attack while still being solid defensively. With Joao Cancelo's future still uncertain and injuries hitting City's backline last season, this is a depth signing that could become a first-team mainstay. The 4th signing might not raise eyebrows immediately, but it's a smart move. Marcus Bettinelli from Chelsea, brought in as a backup goalkeeper. With Stefan Ortega receiving interest from other clubs and Ederson's workload needing better management, Bettinelli offers veteran experience and a steady presence in the locker room. Sometimes these low-key moves are what keep a squad balanced over a long season, especially with competitions across England, Europe, and now the expanded Club World Cup in the US. But City didn't stop with just players. They also made subtle yet significant changes to their coaching staff. Pep Guardiola brought in former Liverpool assistants figures he reportedly admired for their tactical acumen and player development skills. This backroom overhaul signals something deeper. Even after multiple Premier League titles, domestic dominance, and a Champions League triumph, he's evolving the team behind the scenes. It's a long-term vision aimed not just at sustained success, but total dominance. When you have a manager who's still hungry, a club willing to spend, and a staff reshuffle to sharpen every edge, you know they're not settling for anything less than global supremacy. This transfer window, especially during the U.S. Club World Cup, sends a loud and clear message. City are using the global spotlight to flex their financial and sporting muscles. Every move is calculated. Turkey brings creativity, Reinders adds steel and vision, Ati Nuri strengthens the flank, and Bettinelli ensures no cracks appear in the foundation. It's not just spending for the sake of headlines, it's a blueprint for dominance. And while City rise, Barcelona are stumbling, and not because they didn't spend, but because they didn't pay attention. News broke that Barcelona missed out on more than £8 million due to a transfer clause oversight in Nico Gonzalez's move. Originally, Barcelona expected to receive over £17 million from his sale after Porto triggered a transfer, which then led to City acquiring the player. However, due to a shortened clause and early termination by Porto, Barcelona only received £8.6 million, leaving them nearly £9 million short of projected income. In any other year, this might have been just an unfortunate blip. But in 2025, this is a disaster. Barcelona are in the midst of financial recovery, trying to balance wage bills, fund youth development, and reinforce their squad under tight restrictions. Every euro matters. Every clause needs to be watertight. Missing out on nearly £9 million due to a technicality is more than just a bad look. It's evidence of deeper dysfunction. And it couldn't come at a worse time. Barcelona are still licking their wounds from a disappointing La Liga season and an early Champions League exit. Fans have already voiced frustration with the club's recruitment strategies and contract mismanagement. Now, this Nico Gonzalez blunder just adds fuel to the fire. The club's directors are under increasing scrutiny. How did a club of this size and history miss something so basic? And if this can happen with a young player like Nico, who's to say there aren't more oversights lurking in other deals? The bigger issue is this: these moments create hesitation. Sponsors see them. Agents see them. Players talk. A club once revered for its professionalism and iconic academy system now risks being labeled as careless or disorganized. And in a financial climate where every million counts, that's dangerous.